One word to describe competing for SFU is tradition.
My word is success.
Determination.
Experience.
Inspiring.
One word to describe competing for SFU is excellence.
It is family.
Passion.
My word is pride.
Opportunity.
My word is patriotic.
I am Sophie Swant.
I am Adam Jones.
I am Peyton Smith.
I am Justin Guerin.
I am Victoria Saunders.
I am Braden Charlton.
I am Michaela Guerrero.
I am Graham Miller.
I am Christine Howlett.
I am Adrian Vanderhelm.
I am Michelle Waters, and we are proud to be on Canada's NCAA team.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for SFU Volleyball on Clan TV. I am Tamara Nip, coming to you live from the West Gym. This is the final week of GNAC Volleyball action, and the Clan will look to close out its 2017 campaign on a high note against Central Washington tonight and Northwest Nazarene on Saturday. We'll have more on the visiting Wildcats in just a moment, but first, a quick recap of the Clan's road trip last week. Last week, Simon Fraser traveled down to the state of Washington to face St. Martin's and Seattle Pacific in their final road trip of the season. Against the Saints a week ago tonight, the Clan fell in straight sets, 22-25, 24-26, 22-25, and outside hitter Betsy DeBeer had a team-high 13 kills to go along with 3 blocks and 6 digs. Tessa May added 10 kills, 2 blocks, and 9 digs, while Kirsten Pinkney tallied 9 kills. Setter Julia Tays recorded 33 assists, and defensively, Katerina Dolgate had 20 digs. 2 nights later on Saturday, SFU looked to bounce back against the Seattle Pacific Falcons, but lost in 4 sets, 22-25, 25-19, 16-25, and 25-20. Pinkney finished with 15 kills, while DeBeer added 13, as well as 2 aces, 2 blocks, and 15 digs. May had 11 kills of her own and 2 blocks. Christine Howlett recorded 9 kills, and Tays once again had 33 assists. Madison Power contributed defensively with 4 blocks, while Jamie Bratsberg and Tamara Clark had 30 and 22 digs respectively. Prior to those 2 games, Simon Fraser was on a 5-game win streak. which included a straight sets win over Alaska Anchorage. But with the 2 losses, the Clan's overall record is now at 13-13, and in GNAC play 10-8. SFU will look to turn things around tonight as they get set to face Central Washington, led by head coach Mario Endea. The Wildcats, who are 3rd in the GNAC, hosted Montana State Billings in Ellensburg last Saturday on senior night and handed the Yellow Jackets a straight sets loss behind strong offensive performances by junior Shelby Moritzen and senior Sarah Hoffs. Central Washington has a 19-7 overall record this season and is 14-4 in conference games. This season against SFU, earlier, the Wildcats handed the Clan a 3-1 loss on September 16th, winning the first 2 sets 25-13, 28-26, dropping the 3rd set 20-25 before taking the 4th set 25-16. So as we get started here in West Gym, let me read out some of the starters for you. So for Central Washington, it looks like it is going to be number 4, Sabrina Wheelhouse, number 5, Shelby Moritzen, number 11, Bridget Webb. Let's see who else. The libero will be number 7, Kyla Morgan, and number 3, Casey O'Brien will start by serving, as well as number 19, Nikki Cook will be the starting setter. And for Simon Fraser, the starters will be number 1, Katarina Dolge, number 7, Angelica Kielberg, number 16, Julia Tays, number 9, Christine Hallett, and number 6, Betsy DeBeer. And the libero for Simon Fraser is going to be number 0, Jamie Bratsberg. And also one of the starters for Simon Fraser, Tessa May, number 21, just coming onto the court now. So Jamie Bratsberg with the serve, nice pass, going outside to number 5, and a nice kill to 6 from number 5, Shelby Moritzen. Score is tied up at 1-1. Serving for Central Washington is Bridget Webb. And Simon Fraser will be slightly out of system. Nice kill from Christine Hallett down the line. And substitution for Simon Fraser, Bianca Tay, number 8, coming in for number 9, Christine Hallett. Oh, and let's see this replay. And a nice deep line shot from Christine Hallett. And Central will be sending a free ball over. And a nice setter dump. Great dig from number 19. And a great kill from number 4, Sabrina Wheelhouse, out of the right side. And double substitutions. Number 21, Madison Wegg, and it was number 20 that came in to serve, Gabrielle Ihara, sorry. So Central leading 3-2. Nice pass from Jamie Bratsberg. Tessa May on the step around. And just long. Simon Fraser looking for touches, but referee's not seeing it. Let's see this replay. Hard to tell. Nice pass from Jamie. Tessa May again on the step around. Nice block. Going outside to Betsy DeBeer. Nice cross-court shot. Great dig from the libero. And behind. And a nice one-hand dig from Kat, just getting under it in time. Simon Fraser sending a free ball. Going to the right side again. And referee will call Simon Fraser, Betsy DeBeer, number 6, on the net. Nice pass from Jamie. Going outside to Betsy, blocked. Nice cover from Julia Tays. Betsy DeBeer again with the tip over. Running a 31 with number 1. And Tessa May on the lead. And a kill from Tessa May on a high 53 there. Substitution for Simon Fraser, Kirsten Pinkney coming in for Katarina Dolge, and Betsy DeBeer serving for Simon Fraser. as Simon Fraser trails by 2, 3-5 in the first set. Nice pass, going behind, and a great kill from number 5, Shelby Moritzen. And substitution for Central Washington, number 2, Maggie McTaggart, coming in for Casey O'Brien. Nice pass from Bianca Tay, behind Tessame, great swing down the line. Not much the libero can do on those lines. When it comes up, and it kind of looked like it hit her bicep, so very hard to angle that back into the court. Let's see this replay. And a nice pass from the libero, outside to number 2. Nice dig from Tessa. And a set dump, nice read from number 20. And number 5 just roll shotting into the net for Central Washington. And great run from Central and a great dig from Tessame. Nice dig from Betsy DeBeer. Angelica Kielberg with a kill. Great run from Simon Fraser. And that was followed from a good defensive play from Tessame against Central Washington's really fast middle transition play. Let's see the replay. Great kill from Angelica Kielberg. And forcing behind, nice dig from Betsy. Outside to Kirsten Pinkney, blocked, nice cover from Angelica Kielberg. And Central not able to keep that ball in play, so kill for Kirsten Pinkney. Score, Simon Fraser is leading by 1 now, 7-6. Nice pass to number 5. A bump set to number 2, and just wide. Simon Fraser getting called on the net. It will be number 7, Angelica Kielberg. Serving for Central Washington is the libero, number 7, Kyla Morgan. Score is tied up at 7-7. And Angelica Kielberg on the step, finding a way to get it through there. And substitution for Simon Fraser, Christine Howlett coming in for Bianca Tay, with Julia Tays serving. And forcing behind, nice dig from Betsy DeBeer. Kirsten Pinkney blocked from it looks like it was mostly number 21, Madison Wegg, and also number 11, Bridget Webb. Back to Christine Howlett, blocked, and no one quite in there for the coverage for Simon Fraser. Nice pass from Jamie Bratsberg. Angelica Kielberg with a kill on a fast 31. Substitution for Simon Fraser, number 1, Katerina Dolge coming in for Kirsten Pinkney. Score is all tied up at 9-9. And behind on a step around, nice block from Betsy DeBeer. And Betsy DeBeer with a kill cross court, just using the blocker's hands. Let's see the replay. So great shot from Betsy. A very hard area to defend for Central Washington. And number 2 with the deep tip. Kat with the dig. Behind Christine Howlett with the tip over with the tip kill. Very smart shot from Christine Howlett. So that's a good play for Christine Howlett because, as you can see there, for Central Washington, they brought their right side blocker, who at the time was number 11, Bridget Webb, around to get the tip coverage. So by number 11 coming all the way to the left side of the court for Central Washington, it's a very, very low chance that she can get back up, like get the dig, get back up off the floor, and then go back to the right side to swing. So for Simon Fraser, very smart shot, because that now takes out their third hitting option, meaning it should be going, the set should go to the left side. So it just helps with blockers and defenders. So very smart shot by Christine Howlett. Yeah. And Central Washington on that play has just been called out of rotation. And it looks like the refs are going to reserve it, as they are going to call it a referee mistake. And nice serve from Kat. Going outside to number 2. Nice block. And number 2 again. Nice dig from Jamie Bratsberg. Outside to Betsy DeBeer. And just long. And substitution for Central Washington, number 3, Casey O'Brien, coming back in for Maggie McTaggart. Simon Fraser leading by 2, 12-10. Nice pass from Katarina Dolge. Angelica Kielberg on the step. Great dig from number 3. And number 5 with a roll shot. Good pickup from Julia Tays. Nice set from Jamie Bratsberg. And blocked but covered by Simon Fraser. So back out to Betsy. And referee going to call for contact. Just not quite getting over the tape there. Nice pass from Kat. And Angelica Kielberg again. Nice dig. Nice dig again from Katarina Dolge. Angelica Kielberg. The net is in her favor. Kill for Angelica Kielberg. Simon Fraser leading 13-11. And just service error from Jamie Bratsberg into the net. And number 11, Bridget Webb, serving for Central Washington. And just long. Substitution for Simon Fraser. Bianca Tay coming in for Christine Howlett. Pass from number 3, a bump set outside, it's going to be tight. And a nice set dump, good pickup from number 19. Number 5, cross court, nice dig from Jamie, tight. Some scramble, nice pickup from Katarina Dolge, outside to Betsy with the tip over. So no left side option right now. And a tip over. And Tessa May blocked, nice cover from Julia Tays. Outside to Betsy. Nice deep swing cross court. Good dig from number 3. Bumps that outside to number 5. Nice pickup from Bianca Tay. And Tessa May on the step around. Nice dig from the libero, number 7. Number 5 cross court and out of bounds. That is a crucial rally for Simon Fraser to win. And head coach Mario for Central Washington calling their first timeout of the set. Probably because after a rally like that, he's going to want to try and break Simon Fraser's momentum that they gained from that rally. So both teams right now are playing really well. I think, to me, it seemed like Central Washington came out a little flat. It could be because Simon Fraser did drop the last 2 games to St. Martin's and Seattle Pacific. So I don't know if Central Washington was expecting this first set to be this close, and definitely probably not expecting Simon Fraser to be leading 15-12 in the first set. But Simon Fraser, I think you can tell they want it, or at least in the beginning they wanted a little bit more, and now as the game's going on, Central Washington is coming out a little more fiery. So definitely a momentum shift happening from the start of the match, but both teams are engaging in a pretty good battle. I'd say right now Simon Fraser's strategy, when the right side or left side is hitting for Simon Fraser is going to be that tip just over the block down the line, because the way Central Washington plays defensively, they have their front row blocker like running across to try and pick that tip up. And Central Washington is in a 6-2, they run a 6-2 rotation, so that means there's always going to be 3 hitters in the front row, and there will always be a back row setter. So as soon as Simon Fraser can take out one of those hitters, it automatically, it'll increase the chance that Simon Fraser knows where the ball is going. So instead of the ball going to 3 potential hitters, if you take out that front row off blocker, the ball can now only go to 2 players. So a lot easier to defend and block around. And Tessame with a kill off the blocker's hands of number 5, Shelby Moritzen. So great kill for Tessame. Nice pass, and behind, and nice dig from Jamie Bratsburg. Betsy DeBeer cross court, nice dig, and dug from Jamie Bratsburg. Tessame going to have to send a free ball over, taking out the setter at least. Number 5 with a swing cross court, great swing from number 5, Shelby Moritzen. Very hard ball to defend when it goes off the blocker's hands and deep and high out the back. Substitutions came in for Central Washington. Number 20, Gabrielle Ahara, and Madison Wegg. Let's see this replay. And very smart dump from Julia Tays. And substitution came in for Simon Fraser. Kirsten Pinkney is back in the game for Katerina Dolge. And referee calling the setter on a double there. So Simon Fraser leading 18-13 here in the first set. Nice pass from number 3. And a great kill from number 1, Sarah Hoffs. Very tough ball to defend for Bianca Tay.
Substitution for the Wildcats coming in number 2, Maggie McTaggart, and serving number 5, Shelby Moritzen.
Nice pass from Betsy DeBeer. Outside to Kirsten Pinkney, and just wide down the line. And an ace serve for number 5, Shelby Moritzen. Nice pass from Betsy. Outside to Kirsten Pinkney. That was a great set from Julia Tays and a great kill from Kirsten Pinkney down the line. That was the shot Kirsten was going for last time around. Tessame serving for Simon Fraser. They are now leading 19-16. Tight pass, good pull from the setter, and tough ball again for Bianca Tay to defend. Score is now 19-17 for Simon Fraser. Nice pass from Bianca Tay. Outside to Kirsten Pinkney. And a nice kill. So that will happen if the blocker's hands have not fully pressed over the net. So Kirsten Pinkney getting up there, swinging early before the blocker's hands have been pressed over. Very smart shot. Extremely hard to defend for Central Washington. And nice dig from Julia Tays. Jamie Bratsburg stepping in with the bump set. Nice tip from Kirsten Pinkney. And yeah, it'll end up in a kill. And Mario taking his second and final timeout of the first set as Simon Fraser leads 21-17. So again, both teams are playing really well. So yeah, there's that replay. Great smart shot from Kirsten Pinkney. So That was the one I was talking about earlier, where Simon Fraser has been scoring really well with the tip down the line. So I would expect Central Washington to try and gain momentum back for the end of the set and definitely help them going into the second set. But Simon Fraser has been doing really well, and especially, like I've mentioned many times, the tip just over the block down the line has been scoring for them. And for Central Washington, they have been scoring a lot, running their middles on a 51, and their middles hitting it to the number 1 digger, or digger in number 1. So for Simon Fraser, that's either Bianca Tay or Julia Tays. So that's good, especially if it's Julia Tays, good for Central Washington because they are taking out the setter. And it's a hard shot. So diggers in 1. I was a setter, so I'm used to that spot defensively, and it's very scary to dig a middle in that position because most blockers will try and cut off a middle blocker's power shot, which is usually to 5. So when they swing to 1, either the middle has to turn and swing to 1, or it's a cut shot. So it's something that you might not necessarily see happening. And so you're ready for an extremely hard, fast shot to the attack line, or you're also ready for those deep corner shots that kind of flail at your head. So it's a very hard spot to defend in when the middle is running a 51. Nice pass from Betsy and Kirsten Pinkney. Great kill cross court from Kirsten Pinkney. Substitution for Simon Fraser. Number 1, Katarina Dolge coming back in for number 2, Kirsten Pinkney. Simon Fraser leading 22-18 in this first set. And let's see the replay. So running, great swing from number 4, Sabrina Wheelhouse, just turning it into that 1-6 seam. So that corner's a little bit of a gray area to defend. Is it the digger in 1 or is it the digger in 6? So very smart shot from Sabrina Wheelhouse. Nice pass from Jamie Bratsberg. Christine Howlett with a kill on a 31. 23-19 for Simon Fraser. Great run for Simon Fraser. They have not run that yet in this game. So catching Central Washington off guard, great decision from Julia Tays. And Sabrina Wheelhouse, great dig from Julia Tays. Christine Howlett dug from number 2. And number 5 at the roll shot, nice pass from Betsy. Christine Howlett, nice shot from Christine Howlett. That is an extremely hard angle for her to receive the ball from her off shoulder from behind her, and then still get around that ball and again swing on it and tool the block. So very smart play from senior outside hitter Christine Howlett. Jamie Bratsberg with her second service error of the night on set point. So Gina definitely not happy about that. Central Washington chance to come back now. They trail by 4. Simon Fraser leading 24-20. Nice pass from Kat. Tessane. Nice block touch from number 1 and number 5. And referee will call the setter, number 19, over the middle line there. So Simon Fraser takes the first set. We are going to take a quick break and then we'll be back for the second set.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is passion. Because to accomplish anything, you have to work for it. You need to love to work for it. My passion for basketball drives me to dedicate everything I have to it, day in and day out. I am Graham Miller, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA men's basketball team.
Mental illness is something anyone can suffer from.
It isn't a choice or a weakness, and you can't just snap out of it.
But with support, we can make each other better.
Check in and care for your friends, teammates, or colleagues, and be a good listener for them.
Ask them how they're doing and if you can do anything to help.
It begins the crucial first step of decreasing the stigma so that we can open up a conversation. Educate yourself about mental health
and help break down the myths and stereotypes.
Together, we can shape the dialogue about mental health within our community.
Welcome back to SFU Volleyball on Planet TV. Today's game is live streamed in HD and you can watch it at athletics.sfu.ca live. So for those of you just tuning in, Simon Fraser took the first set 25-20, and I do have some stats to break down. So Central Washington, they're doing pretty good. They're hitting a 176 hitting percentage. Typically you want to be hitting around like 200 or better is a good thing. So 176 is not far off. For Central, their key players right now are their middle blockers. So Sarah Hoffs, number 1, hitting a 400. Sabrina Wheelhouse hitting a 400. And overall, like, Central Washington has been doing good things, but Simon Fraser just out hitting them a little bit. Simon Fraser hitting a 317 in that first set, and spreading out the offense a little bit more. They got Angelica Kielberg hitting a 667, Christine Hallett hitting a 500, Tessa May with a 333, Kirsten Pinkney with a 375. So Central Washington will need to do a better job of stopping the Simon Fraser hitters. Right now, their offense is really spread out and all the hitters are doing well. So Central will need to focus on trying to shut them down. And it's unfortunate that there's so many of them that are hitting really well, whereas for Central Washington, or I guess for Simon Fraser, the keys right now would be to shut down those middle blockers. Sarah Hoffs and Sabrina Wheelhouse, like I mentioned in the first set, they were scoring really well when they were turning the ball to 1. So all it will take for Simon Fraser is to not even block them to 1, but if the Simon Fraser defenders in 1 can dig them a few more times, those middle blockers are going to look to hit somewhere else that might score more effectively. So that was a great block from Angelica Kielberg. And Betsy DeBeer, great chase down from number 3. They sent a free ball over to Simon Fraser. Angelica Kielberg with a kill again. So Simon Fraser taking the first point of the second set, 1-0. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I was comparing the stats. Simon Fraser in that first set had 19 kills, and Central Washington only had 9. So Simon Fraser doing a really good job of earning their points, and Central Washington, I would expect them to come out and score a bit more offensively here in the rest of the match. And nice kill from Christine Hallett. Katharina Dolge serving for Simon Fraser. And it will be an ace serve from Katharina Dolge. Central Washington unable to bring that ball back into the court to play. Nice pass, or nice serve from Katharina Dolge. And number 5 with the roll shot. And Betsy DeBeer, nice dig from number 3. Number 5 swinging, and ball just dropping short. That's a great shot from number 5, Shelby Mortensen. Number 11, Bridget Webb serving for Central Washington. And Betsy DeBeer, great swing from Betsy DeBeer down the line. Again, great play from Julia Tays. Let's see this replay. So blockers kind of stuck there with Christine Hallett on that 31, and then Betsy DeBeer swinging through that seam in the block. Nice pass from the libero, number 7. Nice block from Tessa May and Christine Hallett. Simon Fraser leading 5-1. And there's the replay. Nice pass from number 3. Outside to number 5 with a nice tip. Good pickup from Julia Tays. Christine Howlett, nice swing. And number 5, roll shot, nice dig from Jamie Bratsberg. And Tessa May on the lead, blocked. Dug from Julia Tays, set outside to Christine Howlett with a roll shot. So scramble play from Central. Number 4, Sabrina Wheelhouse finding a way to save the play, and the ball ends up on the Simon Fraser side, and they are caught off guard. So Central Washington down by 3. Simon Fraser taking the lead 5-2 with number 20, Gabrielle Ehara serving. Number 5 with the roll shot, nice dig from Kat. Tessa May using the block to her advantage for a kill. Simon Fraser, number 8, Bianca Tate, substituting in for Christine Howlett. Simon Fraser leading 6-2. And let's see this replay. Yeah, great tool kill from Tessa May. Nice pass, back to her, and nice dig from Jamie Bratsberg. Betsy DeVere finding a way to get a swing on it. Outside to number 5 with the tip over. That's good play from Julia Tays. Betsy blocked, good cover ball. Betsy with the tip, nice dig from number 20. Outside to number 5 with a roll shot. Nice dig from Kat. Outside to Betsy DeVere. Cross court, nice dig from number 3. Back to the right side. Over dig, Julia Tays with the block touch. And Tessa May blocked. And Bianca Tay trying to dig that ball, just hitting the antenna there. Substitution for Central Washington, number 2, Maggie McTaggart coming into the match for Casey O'Brien. Nice pass from Kat. Simon Fraser will send a free ball. Outside, number 2, and tough ball, just going off the blocker's hands and high. Simon Fraser still leading 6-4 in this second set. Nice pass from Kat, and a great tip from Tessa May. Let's see the replay. Yeah, so I think that's one of Tessa's first tips of the match, especially on a 51. So that's a great mix of shots by Tessa May. And for Simon Fraser, play before Kristen Pinckney came into the game for number 1, Katarina Dolgay. The libero, number 7, Kyla Morgan serving for Central Washington. Outside to number 2, the tip over. Simon Fraser giving them an overpass. And nice dig from Jamie Bratsberg. Nice set from Julia Tays. Kristen Pinckney with the tip over, running a pipe ball number 5 with the kill. Just using Tessa May's hands there for the kill. Nice pass from Betsy, outside to Kristen Pinckney. And referee calling number 21, Madison Wegg, on the net. Nice serve from Tessa May. I don't know if you guys could tell on your screen there, but her serve just dropped. So benefit of float serving right there. Nice serve again from Tessa May. Outside to number 21 with the tip. Tessa May there with the read. Julia Tays with the turn and burn kill. Let's see this replay. So Tessa May, as a middle, very good defensively. She reads the play really well, so she's where she needs to be. And Julia Tays, as a freshman setter, has done so many good things for Simon Fraser this season. Her decision-making, the plays she sets up to give her hitters the best opportunity to score are really good, especially for a first-year setter. And yeah, as we have seen in this match, Julia Tay is a very active setter offensively. She has done a bunch of set dumps. She one-hand dumps to the pot and also behind to 4. And then just like we saw, there's that turn and burn. So Julia Tay has done very well, especially as a freshman setter for Simon Fraser. Nice pass from Betsy DeBeer. Outside to Kirsten Pinkney. Nice dig from number 5. And to her on the pipe with the roll shot. Nice dig from Jamie. Angelica with the tip. Scramble play, number 2 with the swing. And Julia Tays with a deep tip. So again, I was just talking about all the good things Julia Tays has done for Simon Fraser, but that is just one more to add to the list. So let's see this replay. So she has thought of every single possible dump option tonight. So we have seen everything from Julia Tays. That is such a great way to run your offense. It'll always keep the other team guessing. It just really opens up your own hitters. Nice kill from number 5, Shelby Morrison, back row. So the last 2 plays, Central Washington has been using their back row pipe option with number 5, Shelby Morrison more. So could be because their other hitters have not been scoring as well as the setters would like to. And Shelby Morrison has been scoring on those pipe sets. And a great kill from Angelica Kielberg on a 31. Substitution for Simon Fraser, number 1, Katarina Dolge coming in for Kirsten Pinkney. Simon Fraser leads 12-9 in the second set. And Simon Fraser is up 1-0. Nice pass from the libero. Sabrina Wheelhouse, nice dig from Jamie Bratsberg. Christine Hallett with the tip down the line. Such a great play. That is a great dig from Jamie Bratsberg from Sabrina Wheelhouse, and then that was a great conversion from Julia Tays and Christine Hallett. Nice pass from libero behind number 11. Nice slow down and good pickup from Katarina Dolge. Betsy DeBeer cross court and getting a touch on it defensively. So kill for Betsy DeBeer. Point for Simon Fraser. Score is 14-9 as Mario takes his first timeout of the second set. The SFU Spirit Shop has SFU branded clothing and merchandise and is proud to support SFU athletics. It is located at the Burnaby campus in the Maggie Benson Center. Pick up your SFU athletics swag today. So far in the second set, Simon Fraser, all their hitters have been scoring. So both their middles, Angelica Kielberg and Tessa May, have been doing really well, as well as Betsy DeBeer and Kirsten Pinkney on the left side, they're doing well, and Christine Hallett, as always, doing a great job mixing up her shots and scoring. Whereas Central Washington, they're having to rely on their back row pipe option, which, although it can be effective, typically you see a higher percentage of scoring when it's coming from your front row hitters. So in this case, because we didn't see it in the first set, Central Washington is going to other options right now because they are needing to find hitters that can score in this moment. And right now for them it is number 5, Shelby Morrison. And their middles were doing really well in the first set, but Simon Fraser has done a good job of stopping them so far in the second set. So again, not even shutting them down by getting a block and stuffing it. It's just simply getting a dig and making a play out of that swing. Great serve from Katarina Dolge coming out of the timeout. And great kill from Shelby Morrison. So she's their go-to hitter right now. She has a few more rotations in the front row. So Simon Fraser will want to try and either take her out as a hitting option or get through these rotations and side out as soon as they can. So she goes back into the back row. And just long from Angelica Kielberg. It looks like she was either late or the set was too fast, so she could not get on top of that ball to keep it in the court. Nice pass from Jamie Bratsberg. And Angelica Kielberg again with a kill. Oh, never mind, I spoke too soon. I thought the ball's down, but referees did not see it, but Central Washington unable to play that ball back over to the Simon Fraser side. So point for Simon Fraser, score is 15-11. And the libero stepping into set number 5 with a cross-body shot down the line. Simon Fraser not quite ready to defend that ball. So very smart play from number 5, Shelby Mortensen, because she had just had that huge kill cross court. So Katarina Dolge, player for Simon Fraser, digging in 6, would have, I think, stepped 1 to the left, dig that hard cross court shot, and then not able to come back in for that deep tip down the line. Shelby Mortensen trying to go down the line again there, just missing a little wide. Simon Fraser substitution, Bianca Tay coming in for Christine Howlett. Simon Fraser leading 16-12 in the second set. Nice pass from Shelby Mortensen, and a nice slowdown from the block. Julia Tays with the dump, overpass from number 20, Simon Fraser going to have to send a free ball over. And behind number 21, and blocked from Tessa May and Betsy DeBeer. Simon Fraser leading 17-12. Oh, and there's the replay. Nice serve from Bianca Tay. Central will send a free ball over. Nice pass from Jamie Bratsberg. Tessa May on the step around with a kill cross court. And let's see this replay. A great swing from Tessa May. So Mario did call his second timeout of the second set as Simon Fraser leads 18-12. So the upcoming games, November 18th at 7 p.m. against Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks. That is the Simon Fraser senior night. So on this Saturday, senior night, 7 p.m., we have 2 seniors on the team, super senior Madison Power and then senior Christine Howlett. So 2 players that have dedicated their time to the Simon Fraser program. They're part of the team that came in under Gina Schmidt. So Saturday, come out to West Gym against Northwest Nazarene, and they are, I think, the first or second team in GNAC. I'm not too sure where they stand in the rankings. So Northwest Nazarene, I just heard they are second, I think, unless they beat Western tonight, and their game's going on right now in Bellingham. And nice pass from number 3. Nice dig from Julia Tays. And Betsy DeBeer, great dig from the libero, number 7. Outside to Shelby Mortensen, nice pickup from Katarina Dolge. Bump set to Betsy, and off the block, a nice pancake from number 3. Number 5 getting blocked from Tessa May and Julia Tays. Number 5 again, cross court and long. Central Washington looking for touches. Oh, and a linesman is calling touches. Central Washington will try and fight for this touch here. And head referee ruling that he saw the play better than his linesman did, so head referee making the call there. Point for Simon Fraser. They are leading 19-12. And number 21 sending a free ball over. Nice pickup from Katarina Dolge. Betsy DeBeer, nice dig from number 3, tight. And Tessa May with the overbump kill. So let's see that replay. So sending a free ball over. And then an outside swing from Betsy, an overbump. Tessa May ready to step in and get the kill. Nice dig from Bianca Tay. Tessa May on the step around. And Central not able to play the ball back, so kill for Tessa May. And Simon Fraser leading 21-12. 21, swinging, blocked, and no one there to help it with the coverage. So point for Simon Fraser, 22-12. Central Washington is looking a little bit frazzled right now. The game is just going by really fast for them. So Simon Fraser has been getting a lot of consecutive points and going on really long runs. So Central Washington looking a little frazzled, a little unsure of what to do next. Looks like they've been trying a bunch of different things, moving Shelby Mortensen around in the passing lineup, hitting on the left side, hitting on the right side. So Shelby herself looking a little frustrated. I think she knows it, that she is the go-to hitter right now, so she'll feel the pressure, and Simon Fraser taking the lead by 11 points, 23-12 right now. Service error from Bianca Tague, and substitution for for Central Washington. Number 2, Maggie McTaggart coming in for Casey O'Brien, and number 5, Shelby Mortensen going back to serve. And Shelby just missing wide down the line. Substitution for Simon Fraser, number 2, Kirsten Pinckney coming in for number 1, Katarina Dolge. CWU serving on set point, 24-13. And Central Washington will send a free ball over. Nice pass from Bianca Tague. Tessame with the kill down the line using the block. So Simon Fraser takes the second set, 25-13, after also taking that first set 25-20. So we're gonna take a break for the 10 minutes, but come back for the third set.
To me, one word to describe competing for SFU is inspiring, because every day I get to train alongside some of the best athletes from different teams. Their accomplishments push me to work hard so I can leave a legacy on my program. I'm Christine Howlett, and I'm proud to be on Canada's NCAA volleyball team.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Hi, I'm Tessa May. I'm Kat Dolge. I'm Angelica Kilberg, and we're on the women's volleyball team. Today we're going to be teaching 2 men's wrestlers and 2 women's golfers how to play volleyball.
How I think I'm gonna do? Probably really bad, because I've never played volleyball. But Tao's gonna do pretty good.
No, we're gonna kill it.
I think Laura's gonna do great today.
I think we're both going to do pretty bad. Golf is very different from volleyball.
Yep.
Okay, toss.
This could take a while. Summoning some wrestling power here.
Oh.
Oh. Nope.
Oh, yes.
That's it. Oh, come on. Be the ball. No, move into it. Yeah.
Put all of your muscles into it.
I don't got very many.
Yes. Oh.
Oops. Come on, run faster. No!
Oh. Wow, this ball is light.
Yes!
Oh.
Yeah! In!
Oh no!
Getting there. I'm gonna get one over. Okay. This is the one. I feel it. Yeah! High five. So we're gonna move on to some defense now. The most important thing about defense is effort. Just run for anything, go for everything. Face Tessa. Yeah, there you go. I don't have knee pads. Oh. Oh, that's our side, your side.
Whoops, sorry.
Oh no, I'm not getting that.
Oh.
Oh yeah. The jump and bump, love it. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, he's on my side.
Oh, that's great.
All right, no, I'm done.
So much more cardio than golf. Then 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
No.
Nope. Boom. Boom.
Yes. Oh. I'm so sorry.
Whoops. Oh. Sorry.
So like right here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, one more.
Okay.
All right. I'm out.
Oh, that was really high. Oh no. Nice. I'm out of breath.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
My bad.
Oh, tie game. All right, let's go team. Yeah. Oh.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. All right, that's good. Good game. Good game. Good game. So everyone's serving looked really good. I thought digging to start off with was pretty rough, but you know what? Our effort was there. We went for every ball mostly, and I think Morgan gets number 1 for digging. Their swinging was actually a lot better than I thought. They picked up the footwork really easily. Couple goofy footers, but it's pretty good.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for watching.
SFU on 2, 1, 2. SFU.
From court to court and lane, to lane under the lights or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is passion. Because to accomplish anything, you have to work for it. You need to love to work for it. My passion for basketball drives me to dedicate everything I have to it, day in and day out. I am Graham Miller, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA men's basketball team.
Welcome back to SFU Volleyball on Clan TV. So for those of you just tuning in, Simon Fraser leading 2-0 against Central Washington Wildcats. Simon Fraser taking the first set 25-20 and then the second set 25-13. So I have the stats from the second set. So Simon Fraser is still hitting really well. They're hitting a 333. So Angelica Kielberg hitting a 545. Christine Hallett 462. Tessa May 600. Kirsten Pinkney 250. Julia Tays at a 429 with her setter dump. So Simon Fraser has lots of hitting options right now, and very hard for Central Washington to defend because they don't know who's going to get set because everyone's getting kills. Central Washington, though, going down a little bit in that second set, they hit a 0.49 for a game total hitting percentage of 107 so far. So again, Central Washington, their best hitters, Sarah Hoffs, hitting a 286, Sabrina Wheelhouse hitting a 375, Maggie McTaggart hitting a 273. At the end of that second set there, we saw Central Washington look to number 5, Shelby Mortensen, a lot. As you can tell, I don't know if you guys can see the same stats I'm looking at, but Shelby Mortensen has 35 attempts, and their team total is only at 75. So that's a lot of sets going to one hitter, which makes it a little bit more predictable for Simon Fraser and puts a lot of pressure on number 5, Shelby Mortensen. And so Central Washington, they're gaining some momentum. Score is tied up at 1-1 in the third set. Serving for Central Washington, number 7, Kyla Morgan. Nice. Oh. And an ace serve from number 7. Nice pass from Betsy DeBeer. Tessa May blocked, but dug from Julia Tays. Tight ball. Betsy trying to wipe it. Nice cover from Jamie Bratsburg. Christine Hallett with the roll shot. Nice dig from Shelby Mortensen. Number 11 with the kill, turning it to 1, Bridget Webb. Christine Hallett just hitting a little wide and hitting the antenna. So Central Washington leading 4-1 right now. Nice pass from Katerina Dolgate. Tessa May, great dig from number 7, Kyla Morgan. And nice dig from Shelby, a nice second ball over from Central, outside to Betsy. Possibly a little faster Betsy. She did not look like she really got on top of the ball there to hit it over or play. Gina Schmidt calling her first timeout already as they're trailing 5-1. Gina Schmidt going to use her timeout this early in the third set because Simon Fraser is making a lot of unforced errors. They're not really, or Central Washington isn't necessarily scoring. It's more Simon Fraser hitting into the net, hitting into the antenna, things like that Gina Schmidt will need to put an end to now to give them a chance to get back in this set. So just a way to slow the game down. Fast timeout for Simon Fraser. They're already back on the floor. And Central Washington I believe they have never lost to Simon Fraser, so they have a bit of a reputation to maintain here tonight. So I would expect them to come out in this third set like wanting it more. Nice pass from Betsy DeBeer behind Christine Howlett with the kill cross court. Great answer for Simon Fraser after that timeout. Substitution for Simon Fraser. Oh, and here's that replay. Substitution for Simon Fraser. Bianca Tay coming in to serve for Christine Howlett. Nice pass from the libero outside to number 2. Great turn down the line. And double subs coming in for Central Washington. Number 4, Sabrina Wheelhouse, and number 19, Nikki Cook. And Tessme going to send a free ball over. Number 2 with the swing. Nice dig from Kat Dolge, managing to keep the ball alive. And Sabrina Wheelhouse with the tip, covered from Julia Tays. Betsy DeBeer was, oh, let's see here. So linesman calling the ball in, head ref calling the ball out, and then no sub. Yeah, Simon Fraser was a little keen to sub there. They didn't see that the call got overturned, so referee will let the sub not go through. So Central Washington leading 7-2. Great kill from Tessme on the step around. And now substitution for Simon Fraser, Kristen Pinckney coming in for Katarina Dolge. And yeah, there's the replay. So great shots that Tessme is hitting, really using those blockers' hands to guide the ball into that very hard to defend area. And Central with the kill, number 2. That is an extremely good shot from number 2, Maggie McTaggart. She was way outside the court, wide. That is the only angle she had, and still got the kill against Simon Fraser. And number 3, Casey O'Brien, substituted in for her. Tessme blocked. Nice dig from Kristen Pinckney. Back to Kirsten outside, blocked. From Sabrina Wheelhouse and number 11, Bridget Webb. Central leading 9-3. Nice pass from Betsy DeBeer. Some scramble play. Set outside to Kirsten Pinckney. Down the line, nice dig from number 19. Shelby Morrison cross or down the line with a roll shot, and good dig from Bianca Tay. Kirsten Pinckney trying to do the same thing. Nice dig from Jamie Bratsburg. Outside to Kirsten, and nice dig. Oh, yeah, and referee calling Sabrina Wheelhouse on a double. Tessme serving for Simon Fraser as Central leads this third set 9-4. Pass, Sabrina Wheelhouse just wide on a 51. So again, lots of teams will aim at the serving middle. So in this case, it's usually Tessme for Simon Fraser, because typically middles do not get as many digging reps as the rest of the team. So Central Washington, I see what Sabrina Wheelhouse was trying to do there, and usually will work, but just thinking wide. Nice dig from Casey O'Brien. Nice roll shot from Shelby, good pickup from Tessa. Great kill from Angelica Kielberg. Angelica Kielberg has been doing really well this match. I think she's only made 1 error, and I think she's probably around 8 or 9 kills right now. I don't have the current stats. Let's see the replay. Yeah, so you can see she had a bit of a slower arm swing on that one, so the ball did not come at the pace that the libero was expecting it to. So catching the libero off guard, very hard to move forward if you're dug in expecting a hard jump ball. And that was a great line shot from Shelby Morrison on that last play from Central. block from Sabrina Wheelhouse and number 1, Sarah Hoffs. Central leading 11-6. Angelica Kielberg getting around it. Nice dig from Casey O'Brien. Shelby Moritzen with a great kill cross court. So Central Washington falling into their a groove more than the first 2 sets that we've seen. So Central Washington slowly breaking Simon Fraser down, and I think one of the keys for Central right now is that their hitters are doing a better job of scoring, whereas Simon Fraser hitters are making few unforced errors, which is the opposite of what we've been seeing so far in this match. Substitution for Simon Fraser, Christine Hallett back in the match for Bianca Tay. Nice self-cover from Sarah Hoffs there. And blocked, back outside to Shelby Moritzen. Blocked again from Christine Hallett and Angelica Kielberg. Central leading 12-8. Nice serve from Julia Tays. Sabrina Wheelhouse with the getting blocked and then trying to hit it back over right away, but just mistiming a little bit there. So let's see the replay. So blocked and then just jumping early, so trying to hit the ball on the way down. Very hard to do when you're not balanced and stable. And there she is with the kill, Sabrina Wheelhouse. Double subs for Central Washington, number 20 and 21, Gabrielle Aihara and Madison Wegg coming in. Nice pass from Betsy. A nice set dump from Julia Tays. Central sending a free ball. Simon Fraser going to respond with the down ball roll shot, taking out the setter. Smart play from Christine Hallett. And great deep swing from Madison Wegg cross court. Pass from Betsy, outside to Kirsten Hinckley, blocked, and out of bounds. Good lead from Julia Tays and Jamie Bratsberg. Substitution for Simon Fraser, Katarina Dolge coming in for Kirsten Hinckley, and here's the replay. Yeah, so good eye. Tight pass from Shelby, yeah, and number 20, Gabrielle Aihara, will be called. I think the call the ref made was over the line, but I think she was also on the net. So very tough to deal with as a setter on a tight pass when you're back row. Not much you can do. Next pass from number 3, going behind to Shelby Moritzen. Nice slow down off the block. Nice pick up from Katarina Dolge. Angelica Kielberg just going wide, ball clipping the net. So. Unlucky for Angelica Kielberg. Substitution for Central Washington, number 2, Maggie McTaggart coming back in for Casey O'Brien, with number 5, Shelby Moritzen serving as Central leads by 4, 15-11. Good save from Christine Hallett. And Simon Fraser extremely lucky on that play. Julia Tays is back row right now, so she could not go up and challenge that ball at the net. So they were very lucky there that the ball went out of bounds from Central. Nice pass from Shelby, outside to number 2. Great slowdown off the block. And running Tessa May on the 51. Nice dig from the libero. And Simon Fraser are going to send a free ball over to number 2. And number 2, Maggie McTaggart with the tip kill down the line. Central Washington still leading by 4, 16-12. So you guys can remember Gina Schmidt called her timeout at 5-1, so when Central was up by 4. So since then, they've kind of been going point for point, which is good. But at some point in this match, or in this set, Simon Fraser will need to actually chip away at these points. Going point for point will not result in them ever getting a lead or winning this third set. So great kill from Tessa May there. So here they are going to make a push and try and chip away. Substitution for Simon Fraser, Bianca Tay coming in for Christine Hallett at 16-13 for Central Washington. And nice pass from Shelby. And number 11, nice dig from Katarina Dolge outside to Betsy DeVere. Nice deep swing outside to number 2. A roll shot, nice pickup from Katarina Dolge. Tessa May with the tip over. Good read from the libero, Kyla Morgan. And a nice deep tip down the line from number 2, Maggie McTaggart. So Central Washington has been scoring a lot on those like kind of off-speed roll shots or tips down the line just over the digger in one, because when you're digger in one and you see that slowdown or possibly an open hand tip, you are going to move forward to get those short tips, and then typically it is the responsibility of the digger in 6 to slide over and take those ones. So Simon Fraser's shifting has not been going as well as they would like, but for that last play here, let's watch the replay. Linesman called the ball out of bounds. Head referee calling touches on Central, and everyone on Central caused a little bit of an uproar for them, which is understandable. And number 2 with the swing, with the kill, cross court for Maggie McTaggart. Substitution for Central, number 3 Casey O'Brien to serve for number 2 Maggie McTaggart. Central Washington leading 18 to 14.
Can you get Cedric on the stand?
Nice pass from Betsy DeVere outside to Kirsten Pinckney. There's no blocker there, but it did look just a little bit fast. Central Washington sending a free ball. Going to set Kirsten again, and great swing from Kirsten Pinckney. So great choices from Julia Tays. In this rotation, or this past rotation, she was front row. She had Kirsten Pinckney, who has been scoring really effectively tonight, as well as Tessa May, who is also scoring really effectively. So spreading out the offense, forcing Tessa to run a step behind. Kirsten's hitting on the left side, spreading out the offense pin to pin, and then setting whichever hitter will have like a one-on-one blocker. Central going to send a free ball. Nice pass from Tessa May outside to Kirsten. And Kirsten Pinckney with the kill across court. Simon Fraser chipping away. 18-16 for Central Washington with Tessa May serving. I would look for at Central to either try and swing at Tessa May and also try and set Shelby Mortensen or Sabrina Wheelhouse right now. And outside Shelby, nice dig from Betsy DeVere. Kirsten Pinckney with the tip over. Shelby Mortensen with the tip over. Nice dig from Bianca. Simon Fraser sending a free ball. Great scramble play for them. And blocked Kirsten Pinckney and Angelica Kielberg. So Mario calling his first timeout of this third set, as Simon Fraser has now come within 1 point of Central Washington. Central leading 18-17. So, like I've mentioned throughout the set, Central Washington left side hitters scoring really effectively with the tip and roll shots down the line, just over the defender in one's head, and then Simon Fraser, I believe that all their hitters have been scoring really effectively still in this third set, aside from the first 10 points of the match. So Simon Fraser called their first timeout when they were down 5-1, and then up until this point, they've kind of been in that 4-point deficit, and now they're slowly chipping away. So as you see on the screen, Seniors Night this Saturday in 2 days in West Gym at 7 p.m. against Northwest Nazarene. We got 2 seniors on the team this year, middle blocker Madison Power and right side hitter Christine Howlett. So Central Washington, right now I think their hot hitters are number 4 Sabrina Wheelhouse and number 5 Shelby Mortensen. I'd say in a good situation they're going to look to set Sabrina Wheelhouse, but in any other situation where they're going to try and set Shelby. And Simon Fraser, Tessa May serving in, so I also expect Central to try and hit or tip at Tessa May to 5. And a hitting error from number 11, Bridget Webb, just going a little bit tight. I would guess that they're not going to try and set Bridget Webb again. Outside to Shelby Mortensen, great Dig from Tessame. However, it was an overpass, and Sabrina Wheelhouse, being an experienced hitter, not letting that ball go to waste. And Kirsten with a roll shot, taking out the setter. Shelby with a roll shot. Nice, just a little tight. Nice block from Julia Tays and cover from Angelica Kielberg. Kristen Pinkney, I think the ball clipping the net, coming over. Nice dig from Bianca Tay. Julia Tays having to put the ball over. It was a little fast and tight. Shelby Morrison swinging long. Point for Simon Fraser. Scores all tied up at 19-19. Substitution for Simon Fraser. Christine Howlett coming back in for Bianca Tay. Julia Tay serving for Simon Fraser. And again, right now, I would expect them to try and set Shelby Morrison or Sabrina Wheelhouse. And nice dig from Betsy. And point for Simon Fraser. Central Washington, a little upset that Julia Tay is not called on a double on that ball. The ball she set did have a little bit of spin on it, which would cause that reaction from Central Washington. And Julia Tays with a service error. Double substitutions for Central Washington. Number 20 and 21 coming back into the match. Gabrielle Ihara and Madison Wegg. Score is tied up at 20-20. And a little out of system. Kristen Pinkney down the line. Great dig from number 20, Gabrielle Ihara. And great swing from number 21, Madison Wegg. So great swing down the line from number 20. That is an extremely scary place to dig, but she nailed it. And then a great swing into that deep corner from Madison Wegg. Christine Howlett, not able to really save that ball. It went a little wide. Central taking a 2-point lead here late in the third set, 22-20. Gina Schmidt taking her second and final timeout of the third set here. Charter Bus Lines, the official motor coach of SFU Athletics, is proud to support SFU football and all planned teams. Charter is dedicated to providing safe and comfortable transportation to your games throughout the Pacific Northwest. Visit them at charterbuslines.com. Great, so Saturday night is our seniors night. Simon Fraser has 2 seniors. Middle blocker Madison Powers, she did redshirt her first year, so she is a 5th-year senior. She brings fantastic leadership and energy to the team. She is such a positive person, which in like stressful times with school and volleyball and just life in general, Madison is always there for you, and she is such a great teammate. And an ace serve from number 20 there. And our Simon Fraser's other senior hitter, Christine Howlett, she is in her 4th year. She, as you've seen in this match, she is very effective in the front row. She is great at blocking, and what is great about Christine is that she can hit anywhere at any time. She can swing on the left, she can swing. She could play in the middle if she needed to, and on the right side, she can swing there as well. So Christine Howlett is one of the most, I think, smart and effective hitters that the conference has seen. Of course, I am a little biased as I played for Simon Fraser, but having Christine Hitter as one of my hitters was, or Christine Howlett as one of my hitters is, I felt very lucky because you can always depend on her, especially in like pressure situations, which is rare. And a great kill from Betsy DeBeer cross court. Central Washington leading 23-22. Nice pass from Shelby, running number 1. A nice dig from Jamie Bratsburg outside to Betsy DeBeer. Shelby with the dig, and number 21, Madison Wegg with the kill, just off the block. Set point for Central Washington, 24-22, with Shelby Morrison serving. And Christine Hallett with a kill. So Simon Fraser still in this. 24-23 for Central Washington. Jamie Bratsburg serving for Simon Fraser. Nice serve from Jamie Bratsburg. Behind to Madison Weg. Nice dig from Julia Tays. Betsy DeBeer going to choose to free ball it over. And number 2, the tip over the block. Nice dig from Julia Tays. Jamie Bratsburg is clean on that set. And a tip over. Simon Fraser sending a free ball. Madison Weg, cross court. And Simon Fraser keeping the ball alive. Number 2, cross court. Nice dig from Jamie. Betsy DeBeer setting up Christine Hallett. Another continue. Madison Weg. And Madison Weg with the kill for Central Washington to take the 3rd set. So great rally there to end the match. Central Washington.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is pride, because every year my teammates and I push each other to do more than the year before. The amount of dedication and energy we have invested has propelled us to become a rising force in the NCAA. I am Michelle Waters, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA women's golf team.
To me, one word to describe competing for SFU is determination, because I am surrounded by teammates who face adversity but persevere to achieve success. That persistence motivates and drives me to better myself on and off the mat. I am Peyton Smith, and I am proud to be on the SFU women's wrestling team.
Welcome back to Clan TV. You're watching SFU Volleyball. So for those of you just tuning in, Central Washington took that 3rd set. Simon Fraser is still leading the match 2-1. So Simon Fraser won first set 25-20, second set 25-13, and then Central taking that 3rd set just narrowly at 25-23. I do have some updated stats for you. So in that 3rd set, the biggest difference with Central Washington was shutting down the Simon Fraser hitters, or as we saw in the beginning of the match, or beginning of the set, Simon Fraser hitters were just making more errors. So if we look here, Central Washington is hitting a game 1-1-2 hitting percentage. In that 3rd set, they hit a 120, which still isn't great, but the biggest difference, Simon Fraser in that 3rd set hit a 133. They were hitting a 333 in the 1st and 2nd set, so Simon Fraser hitters less kills and more errors, and that is why I think there's the biggest difference in the score there. And outside, Shelby Moritzen, nice dig from referee calling number 9, Christine Hallett on the net. So Central Washington with the first point of the 4th set. And outside to Betsy DeBeer. Nice slow down. Number 5 with a deep tip. Nice dig from Julia Tays. Christine Hallett Cross court, nice dig from number 19. And a free ball going to be sent over. Nice set from Angelica Kielberg. And back to her with a kill on the 51. Nice serve from Jamie Bratsberg. Nice pass from number 3, Shelby Mortensen with the kill off the block and the ball going into no man's land. So that's kind of the dead center of the court where when a left side is hitting, there isn't really anyone designated to that area, at least for Simon Fraser's defense. And Simon Fraser sending a free ball. And number 1, Sarah Hoffs with the kill. And serving for Central Washington is number 6. Number 6, McKenna Smith. She has not been in the match yet, so this is her first appearance in the match tonight. And now serving for Simon Fraser, Bianca Tay, who just substituted in for Christine Howlett. And Shelby Morrison, nice dig from Katarina Dolge. Betsy DeBeer, cross court, nice dig from Kyla Morgan. Outside Shelby again, nice dig from Bianca Tay. Tessane with the tip over, nice read. Referee calling number 5, Shelby Mortensen, on the net. So scores all tied up at 3-3 here in the 4th set.
No, on the way down.
Nice pass from Shelby. Number 1 blocked from Betsy DeBeer. Single block there, so Tessame, I think, maybe cheated out to try and block Shelby Mortensen. As you can see in that replay, but Betsy could handle it all by herself. And outside to Shelby, cross court with the kill. And I believe Central Washington just asking for a rotation check to make sure that they substitute at the right time. And number 2, Maggie McTaggart coming into the game for number 3, Casey O'Brien. And Shelby Mortensen serving. Nice pass from Katarina Dolge outside to Betsy DeBeer, down the line into that 1-6 seam. Great shot from Betsy. Substitution for Simon Fraser, Kirsten Pinkney coming in for Katarina Dolge. Simon Fraser taking the lead 5-4. And just a service error into that from Betsy DeBeer. Simon Fraser has had quite a few more missed serves than Central Washington and a few less service aces than Central Washington. So either Simon Fraser needs to serve a little bit better or a little bit tougher. Because Central Washington, I don't think you can really ask them to make more service errors. That's just wishing. So Simon Fraser looking to serve tougher here. Tessame serving. Angelica Kielberg coming into the front row for Simon Fraser. Scores 6-5 for Simon Fraser. Nice pass from Shelby, a little tight. And Kristen Pinkney, referee calling Julia Tays on a double. Nice cover from Kristen Pinkney. Cross court blocked. So great block from Sabrina Wheelhouse and Bridget Webb. And a great block from Sabrina Wheelhouse. Nice pass from Betsy DeBeer. Behind to Angelica Kielberg, getting a the tip kill over. You can tell she was not quite there to get on top of the ball in the step around, but keeping the ball in play. And yeah, Central just not able to control that dig. And substitution for Simon Fraser, Christine Hallett's back in the match, Julia Tays serving. And just tipping a little wide. Central, I think, arguing that the ball was in. However, it is right in front of the head ref, so head ref and linesman ruling ball was out. Point for Simon Fraser. Scores tied up at 8-8. Nice dig from Julia Tays. Kristen Pinkney with the roll shot. Trying to go down the line, but just a little wide. Substitution for Central Washington, number 3, Casey O'Brien, coming in for Maggie McTaggart. And Christine Hallett with a kill in the middle there, just using the blocker's hands to get the kill. Let's see the replay. So you can see on that replay, like both number 4 and number 11, when they were blocking her, they did not press over the net. Their hands were straight up, so that allows a lot of room for hitters to score. And that was a great set dump there from number 19, Nikki Cook. I think that is her first set dump kill of the match, so definitely catching Simon Fraser off guard a little bit there. And referee calling Julia Tays on a double. Central leading by 2, 11-9. Nice pass from Jamie Bratsberg. Angelica Kielberg on the step around. Nice dig from Casey O'Brien. Nice block. Nice block from Angelica Kielberg and Christine Howlett. So, serving for Simon Fraser, Jamie Bratsberg. For Central Washington, the double subs, number 20 and number 21, look like they are ready to come in. So last time around, they went with a 5-1, I think, where number 19, Nikki Cook, was in the front row, and number 6, McKenna Smith, came in for the back row as a defensive specialist. So, but it looks like Mario has prepped number 20, Gabrielle Ihara, and number 21, Madison Wegg, to come back in. So, yeah, double subs for Central Washington. So, not too sure why they tried to start the match off with a 5-1, but they are going back to a 6-2, it looks like. Nice pass from Katerina Dolge, Christine Hallett. Nice dig from Casey O'Brien. Libero stepping in to set the ball. Shelby Moritzen. Nice dig from Katerina Dolge. Tessa May with the tip just over the block. Christine Hallett trying to get a swing. Nice dig from Casey O'Brien. And Tessa May, nice swat at the ball. Shelby Moritzen with the swing. Betsy DeVere with a tip over, taking Shelby Moritzen out of play. And referee calling number 20, Gabrielle Ihara, on a double. Substitution for Simon Fraser, Bianca Tay coming into the match for Christine Hallett. Score is tied up at 12-12. Nice pass from Shelby Moritzen, back to her on the right. Nice dig from Bianca Tay, cross court. Betsy DeVere blocked. Hard shot for Betsy. I don't know what angle you guys saw, but the ball was a little bit tight, and Betsy went for it. So if there's no one covering in tight there, it's going to be too fast to kind of react and cover. It's either you're there to cover or you're not. And, so point for Central Washington. They are leading by 2, 14-12 in the 4th set. Nice pass from Kat. Going behind Tessane on the step. Nice dig from the libero. And number 2 with a swing. Nice dig from Bianca Tay. Tessane. And that is a great play. I think that was 21 who got up on the ball. Could have been number 1. Happened a little fast for me, but that was great net play from Central Washington. Gina Schmidt using her first timeout of the 4th set as they're trailing by 3, 15-12. So both teams are still playing really well, just the momentum is shifting a little bit in Central's favor. So Gina Schmidt wanting to put an end to that run and try and slow the game down, talk to her team about what play to run coming out of this so they can side out effectively. Central Washington right now, their front row, I think, is number 2, Maggie McTaggart, number 1, Sarah Hoffs, and number 21, Madison Wegg. So Madison Wegg worked her way back. In the first 2 sets, she was not scoring too well. In that 3rd set, though, especially in the end, she was very clutch for Central Washington. So Madison Wegg, great hitting option right now. Maggie McTaggart was the one in the 3rd set that was scoring really well with the tip down the line or a roll shot down the line. And Sarah Hoffs has been doing really well as well. So Central Washington has pretty good hitting options. Shelby Mortensen is in the back, so that is good news for Simon Fraser. And then Simon Fraser, they got Tessa May and Betsy DeBeer, so I would expect them to kind of run pin to pin here, spread out the offense. And outside to number 2, nice dig from Bianca Tay. Tessa May on the lead with a kill to 1. So kill for Tessa May, scores 15-13. Let's see the replay. Yeah, so sometimes the ball is just coming so fast. You got 3 meters from the hitter to the defender. It's so fast, sometimes all you can do is kind of hope that it's in your range and get that dig. So substitution came in for Simon Fraser on the play before. Kristen Pinkney back in for for Katarina Dolge with Betsy DeBeer serving. And number 2, nice dig from Bianca Tay. Tessa May on a lead again, blocked, but ball falling on the Central Washington side, not able to play the ball. So scores all tied up at 15-15. Let's see this replay. So again, the blockers' hands did kind of reach over the net on that one. It was just too late. So Tessa May got her swing in before the blockers had pressed over the net. So that would be why the ball is still falling on the Central Washington side. Mario calls his first timeout of the 4th set as they trail by 1 point after Tessa May got a fantastic block, as you just saw in that replay. So again, that was a great timeout call from Gina Schmidt last time around, so momentum shifted. They just went on a 3-0 run to get in the lead, or it was a 4-0. Yeah, I think Gina called her timeout at 15-12. Score is now 16-15. So Simon Fraser went on a 4-0 run. That it would be why Mario is calling this timeout, hoping that momentum can shift back onto his side. But these last few points, Tessa May scoring really well, so I'd expect Central Washington to try and shut her down as a hitting option. And I think right now in the front row, and Kirsten Pinkney came in. So Kirsten Pinkney has been scoring really well as well for Simon Fraser and for Central Washington. Like I mentioned earlier, number 2, Maggie McTaggart has been scoring down the line. However, Bianca Tay in the last few plays has been doing a really good job of digging those balls down the line. So I would expect number 2 to look at some other hitting options. Nice dig from Betsy DeBeer. Kirsten Pinkney blocked, and Tessa May just not quite able to cover that ball. So number 7, Kyla Morgan serving for Central Washington. And tough pass from Betsy DeBeer. Jamie Bratsberg stepping in to set Kirsten Pinkney. Number 21 with the swing cross court, and with the kill, number 21, Madison Wegg. Madison Wegg has been a great hitting option for Central Washington in the last 2 sets. She was hitting in the negatives in the first and second, and then now she's really turned her game around, is hitting a lot more efficiently than the beginning of this match. So number 2 out of play there with having to take the dig, and Madison Wegg with a great kill again, using the blockers' hands to her advantage. So Simon Fraser needs to shut down Madison Wegg right now. Nice pass from Betsy DeBeer. Set dump from Julia Tays, that is dug from the libero. Madison Wegg, nice dig from Betsy. Kristen Pinkney down the line, nice dig from number 20. Back row, Shelby Mortensen, and yeah, no touch on the block, so Central Washington will be called on for contacts. Point for Simon Fraser. They are trailing by 1. Central leads 18-17 in the 4th set, as Simon Fraser leads the whole match 2-1. Nice pass from Shelby Mortensen behind Madison Wegg. Tight dig. Good thing Julia's front row. And referee calling number 20, Gabrielle Ihara, on a double. I feel like the ref has tightened up his calls on the doubles in the last 2 sets compared to the start of the match, but usually for setters they get called on doubles when their footwork doesn't quite get them to the ball. So it could also be that the setters are, as the game goes on, they're getting a little bit slower, a little bit more tired, so that could also lead to a few more doubles in the match. So Central Washington leading by 1, 19-18, as double subs, Sabrina Wheelhouse and Nikki Cook coming back in for Central. Or, yes, I think it was Sabrina Wheelhouse that just came in. And nice dig from Nikki Cook. Maggie just swinging long. Central looking for touches, no calls from the referees. Substitution for Simon Fraser, number 9, Christine Hallett coming back in for Bianca Tay, which means setter Julia Tays is serving, as the score is all tied up at 19-19. And a free ball from Central coming over. Angelica Kielberg blocked. Nice cover from Julia Tays. Kristen Pinkney blocked. And blocked to a deeper area of the court, whereas everyone on Simon Fraser was kind of covered in nice and tight. So point for Central Washington. They are taking the lead here, 20-19. Casey O'Brien back in for Maggie McTaggart to serve. And Jamie Bratsburg stepping in. Kristen with the tip just over the block, and a great kill from Kristen Pinkney. Shelby Mortensen was there, but she had a little bit of a negative step, meaning she took a step like backwards, and then it just took her even longer to go forward. So great spot from Kristen Pinkney. And great up from Sabrina Wheelhouse. Nice set from Julia Tays. Great swing from Christine Hallett. So many good things there on both sides. Let's see this replay. So Sabrina Wheelhouse does a great dig for her. And then Julia Tays, you can't tell from that angled ball, the pass was a little tight. She pulled it no problem. Christine Hallett gave her lots of hitting options. What a great play for both teams on that previous one. So number 11, Bridget Webb serving for Central Washington. Score is all tied up at 21-21. Nice pass from Jamie Bratsburg. Behind to Angelica Kielberg with a tip over. That is such a smart shot from Angelica Kielberg, because in that rally, Sabrina Wheelhouse is that front row off blocker. They move Sabrina Wheelhouse to the right side sometimes. Sometimes she's in the middle, sometimes she's on the right, but that means she's not used to getting those tips as an off blocker. I think in previous years, Sabrina Wheelhouse pretty much always played in the middle, so being on the right side, that ball right there, that tip that Sabrina Wheelhouse is supposed to get, because Central Washington makes their off blocker get those tip balls, she is not used to it. So Simon Fraser really attacking their weaknesses on defense. So very smart for Simon Fraser. I would expect Central Washington to possibly switch up their defensive strategy. So either really ensuring Sabrina Wheelhouse gets over there to cover those tips, or possibly asking the libero Kyla Morgan to read the play, and instead of just being dug in down the line to dig a hard ball, read the play and then come back up, release to dig that tip if she sees it. Because I don't know how, I haven't been following Central Washington much this season, but I don't know if Sabrina Wheelhouse usually plays on the right, or if it's something that just happened recently. I'm pretty sure in previous seasons she was always in the middle, so it is tough to expect her to be ready to dig those if she's not used to it. And Simon Fraser is in a great spot in terms of their hitting options. They got Christine Hallett, who's been hitting really well. Tessa May, always a good hitting option for Simon Fraser, and Betsy DeBeer. Nice dig from Betsy. Christine Hallett with another tip. Yeah, libero read that ball. And Shelby blocked from Tessa May and Christine Hallett. Central Washington back to Shelby Mortensen down the line. Nice read from Julia Tays with the dig. Christine Hallett, and great swing down the line. So Christine Hallett, so smart in that rally. She tips the first one and sees that the libero, Kyla Morgan, has released in to dig the tip. And then on the next play in the same rally, aims to swing hard down the line because she knows the libero is probably creeping up slightly. So match point for Simon Fraser. Shelby Mortensen with a tip down the line. Good dig from Julia Tays. Back to Christine Hallett. Blocked, self-covered. Jamie Bratsburg setting Betsy DeBeer. Great dig from Kyle Morgan. And a swing long. Referee calling touches. Although no linesman called it. So head ref judgment call on that one. Double substitutions for Central Washington, number 20 and 21, Gabrielle Ihara and Madison Wigg coming in. So Simon Fraser really needing to side out now rather than later. Match point here. Bump set to Christine Hallett, blocked from Shelby Mortensen and number 1, Sarah Hoffs. Gina Schmidt calling her second and final timeout of the 4th set as Central is now coming within 1. Let's see the replay here. So that was a great block from Shelby Mortensen. She was ready to go, I think, outside because it was a bump set. Not many setters will bump set backwards to the right side. A lot of setters, when they're bump setting, will go outside. But Shelby Mortensen did not release too much, was still able to come back in and get that block against Christine Hallett. So 24-23 for Simon Fraser. They are in a good rotation, like I said. They got Tessa May, they got Christine Hallett, they got Betsy DeBeer. If I was Central, I would be expecting Gina Schmidt to be telling Julia Tays to set Tessa May or Christine Hallett. And it's awesome with such dynamic hitters because you don't actually know who will be on what play. Tessa could run a step, Christine could run an X 53, or Tessa May could go 51, 31, Christine Hallett could do 61 step. There are so many different possibilities, and even Betsy DeBeer is also a great option too. So Central Washington has a lot to figure out right now on who Simon Fraser will most likely look to get this match point. And Christine Hallett blocked. Nice cover from Katarina Dulgay. Back to Christine with a roll shot. Good dig from Casey O'Brien. Shelby Mortensen. Nice turn from Tessa May. Betsy DeBeer at the tip over. Nice dig from Shelby Mortensen. No one on the left side now. Meg. And match for Simon Fraser. Madison Wigg hitting into the net. Point for Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser wins 25-23. So set scores, Simon Fraser winning 25-20, 25-13. Central taking the third, 25-23. And then Simon Fraser taking 4th set, 25-23. I believe this is the first time Simon Fraser has defeated Central Washington. So our upcoming games are November 18th at 7 p.m. against Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks. That is our seniors night and also last home game and last game of the season. So on behalf of our executive producer Gabe Lynn, supervising producer Steve Frost, and our entire crew here in the West Gym, thank you for joining us tonight. I will be away on Saturday, but Amanda Rankema will be here with you when the Clan hosts Northwest Nazarene on seniors night. We hope you'll tune in for that. Until next time, have a good night.